Volodymyr Zelensky, I wish you health. Today I made personnel changes in the armed forces of Ukraine. Together with Commander-in-Chief Oleksandr Syrsky and Minister of Defense Rustem Umerov, it was decided that the new chief of the General Staff will be Andriy Hanat, a combat guy, and his task is to have as much combat experience as possible, experience of our brigades in planning defensive and offensive operations, as well as more active development of the core system. Everything our brigades have learned from the war must be implemented 100% at the planning level. General Bargilevich has been transferred from the position of Chief of the General Staff to the General Inspectorate of the Ministry of Defense. Today, there was also a report from the Commander-in-Chief regarding the combat situation. Combat actions and our defense continue along almost the entire front line in many key locations from the Kharkiv region and the Kupiansk direction to the southern directions. After the negotiations in Jeddah and the appearance of an American proposal regarding a truce at the front, Russia stalled almost another week, a week of war needed only by Russia. We will do everything to further energize diplomacy. We will do everything to make diplomacy effective, but every day now is about protecting our independence, our country, our people, and it is important to remember it is the support of our army, all our defense and security forces of Ukraine. Volodymyr Zelensky, of our state, such support decides everything. Volodymyr Zelensky, I thank each and every one of you who does not forget that the defense of Ukraine, the resilience of Ukraine is the main thing. Volodymyr Zelensky, thank you to all Ukrainian soldiers, each of our units. Thank you to everyone working for defense and for our country. And I thank all Ukrainians for every fundraiser for our Ukrainian army. It is necessary to remember, as long as the occupier is on our land, as long as air raid alarms sound, we must defend Ukraine. Volodymyr Zelensky, based on the results of the week, I would like to particularly commend the soldiers of the 59th Separate Assault Brigade of the Drone Forces. Thank you. Also, the 72nd Separate Mechanized Brigade. This is the Pokrovsk direction. Well done. 425th Separate Assault Regiment. Thank you for your bravery in liberating positions from the occupier. 100th 24th Separate Mechanized Brigades. Thank you for effectively destroying Russian equipment and soldiers in the Toretsk and Kramatorsk directions. I just spoke with the Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney. I thanked him for supporting Ukraine, our sovereignty and territorial integrity, for Canada's participation in our joint work with partners to protect our people, to bring peace closer, and to ensure reliable security. Volodymyr Zelensky, we discussed sanctions against Russia, especially against Russia's tanker fleet, against Russian banks, and against their earning schemes of the Russian state. We discussed with Prime Minister Carney the results of the meeting of the G7 foreign ministers and the final document of the meeting, which is quite strong. I want to thank all the partners in the Group of Seven. Canada will continue to support Ukraine. This is important. It's important that almost every day Ukraine receives new signals of support, new defense packages, proposals for joint diplomatic work, and partners' willingness to be more active. The Minister of Defense, Umerov, has just reported to me on the fulfillment of tasks regarding air defense. There are missiles for IRIS-T, for NASAMS, and SAMP-T. Good results in artillery contracting. There will be additional shells for our army. The Minister of Defense also informed about the organization of the next Rams team. We are preparing for the Blues. We are also working on a concrete security guarantee system for Ukraine. And this week, there was a meeting of military representatives in France. A meeting is being prepared in Britain. The first steps towards security guarantees are being taken. Thank you to everyone who is with Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine.